And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Songs of Six. In our, what's supposed to be our Tyrant Run as the Humans here. I think in this stream, because this is the beginning of a stream, my goal is to get the next 1,500 population up to 8,000 for Asta. While trying to keep loyalty and submission over 100%. So we can pick up Asta here. It's probably going to take two more streams after this to get to Asta in Victi here, which is probably where we'll end the run. Ongoing-wise, what do I've got? I've got knowledge. I've got knowledge and innovation. I've got a lot of innovation I can spend. So that is potentially something to actually do. It would be to distribute innovation to get some improvements for some of our industries. So then the question is, which industries do I want to do that to? Could try to go down more bread making. And probably want to do bread making and grain making if I'm going to do that. Could do more furniture. Or even more paper. In knowledge in particular, I think we were saving up, well, we were saving up. I think we've picked up enough. Well, I suppose we could still try to do advanced laboratory. Might be still saving up to do advanced laboratory. And then out on the world map, we are still expanding. We got government points, and we've got open, free territories with which to take over. Add to the empire, let's just say. So if we're expanding, we're expanding. One thing I might want to try to do if we can get rich enough would be to integrate these guys. Because they're small enough, they're having a pretty heavy rivalry effect. So we'd probably like them to disappear if we could get that to happen. Although that is 125 million, that is a non-trivial amount of money. A lot of money. Currently in the city, we do have a happiness balance, so I probably should chill and not be trying to expand the city much. I think we're also in the middle of a pandemic. Might still be in the middle of a pandemic. So we'll just let things go. I think I have enough schooling for the humans, at least. Yeah, we got 11... Well, 11 employees, but 83% of... Or the schools are 83% loans. So there's an argument that I can go ahead and actually expand the schooling. Although if I'm doing that, I probably just need more schools, like a lot more schools, because then we will be expanding it to more races. The rest of the races, besides humans, we'd be doing indoctrination, which would provide loyalty benefits to providing them schools. Of course, schools cost paper, although they don't cost a lot of paper. Could definitely be worse. Is that siege over? Basically? Yeah, it's basically over. Okay. End the siege, please. And we'll do the basic one city zone level. It's far enough away that we probably would want some road. So we'll plop some road in there, just start. It may drop low enough that it's not going to support the level 2 housing. Although the target on the Mivians is over 300, so it's going to drop to a number over 300. So we will take the second level, and again, we probably still want more road, so take more road. And then it's going to probably shrink and then regrow. What's likely to be happening here. So when the devastation goes away, I've got 2 regions that are ready for expansion if we wanted to expand them. On the other hand, I'm not too interested in doing that right now. Yeah. Anyway, knowledge is at 64. What is my target comparison? So the target's still another 60 over where we're at. So if I just let that go for a while, we might get enough to get up to the next laboratory level. I also haven't finished doing all my laboratory upgrades, although I now have enough metal for the last one. There we go. So these guys, I think, are fully trained, at least in the melee they've got. You're set to 40, you're set to 40, you're set to 30. Let's turn you up to 40. That way we can get the training grounds working at full speed. Yeah, there's definitely an argument that I need to get more health. I don't think I'm making enough food that I can just do more food servings. That's not enough for that. We're consuming just over 7,000. We make just under 8,000. And I think we're currently on 2 food servings. Yeah, so the next step up is 2.5, so that'd be about a 25% increase in food consumption. I don't currently have the capacity to handle that. Pop out and check on that region. We're waiting for the devastation to go away, and then we'll march down to the next city down here. Oh, this is a pretty small area, so this one's maybe not super valuable. Well, I say march, we're probably going to sail. So it looks like it's a sea route. You know, based on the fact that we're am I making money? That's actually a different question. Am I making money? I think I'm making money. Trade, inflation, MISC. What's my MISC here? Oh, I know what the MISC is. I'm bribing people for them to be loyal. That's decrees. If I turn that off. Set it now down to 0. Let's turn that off for the moment. See how unstable the nation is. Yeah, I am thinking about building more schools. That's why I was looking at the income, assuming we're making money. Because building more schools is going to cost us more paper, which is going to cost us more imports, which is more revenue. I think the last one I was also thinking about doing tourism, although that's more knowledge. That'd be another way to get more money. And yeah, I have a lot of innovation, so I should probably spend the innovation on something, honestly. I could spend it on training, do more training. That's actually a pretty good argument. Let's up the training here so we can be a bit more tyrannical with our guard skill. Yeah, maxed out the training. So that's the maximum rate we can get them doing default training. I don't necessarily want to spend knowledge to buff the troops, although potentially if we were trying to go for the raid security down here just to avoid being raided, that would be an option. But yeah. So I've still got 300 more innovation. That's the power of humans combined with lab tools, lab upgrades and tools. I suppose the next thing I should do is more grain. Am I... expecting 70k harvest? Do I even have the storage capacity for 70k harvest? I do, but I don't have for much more than that. We're also making only about 300, 400 surplus per day. Let's get more storage. I need more grain storage. There's a couple different ways I can upgrade them. So let's find our grain storages first. Can I filter to grain? See all the storages that hold grain. Yes. All but this one is upgraded. I'll upgrade that one just to get them all to max. I can turn the filter off at this point because it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we got 83,000. That's, given the fact I'm about to do an expansion, is not going to be enough. So I want more grain storage. Plop another storage there. And like another one up here. Put on the back here. And then to be fair, that is another... what, 25,000 storage. And then I think, yeah, we are going to do more grain upgrade. It's tempting if I have enough to go all the way down to the end. Can also be profitable. Increases the work productivity if you employed 6.8 more workers. What is the worker efficiency on my labs? So, resources a 2x bonus. Species is a 25% bonus. Those multiply off each other, so it's actually 2.5. We've got additive, so that we're actually looking at about 1.8 times 2.5. Pull up the calculator, make sure I'm doing this right. 1.88 times 2.5, so it's about 4.7. And then when we go back to the other one, I can evaluate whether or not that's going to be worth it. So 4.7 times 15... no, actually divided by 15. Sorry, let me do the math the right way around. No, I'm doing that wrong. So let's get back to 4.7. So 4.7 is the value per worker. So actually, it's 15 divided by 4.7. I'm math right. So as long as it's worth more than 3 workers, 3.2 workers, this is net positive. It's worth having the laboratory worker rather than a farm worker. So let's do the upgrade. Tools are 22 to 4. 22 divided by 4.7 is also 4.6. We're getting pretty close here where maybe it's not worth investing in the innovation, but the first one's definitely worth it. The first one's definitely worth it. The second one here is worth it. And that would be 21 divided by 4.7. So as long as it's more than 4.5, and it is, it's predicting 5.8, so we say yes. And that one would be worth it if I had the innovation. So we may look into getting more lab workers. But in the meantime, we will have more grain. Potentially can actually turn down how much grain we are going, how many people are working on grain. It will take a little while to kick in. And it probably won't really apply to this harvest, because we're only 4.1 days out from the harvest. Get diminishing returns this close to the harvest. And we're waiting for this happiness modifier to go away. So the city's really not going to grow for another 5 to 6 days at least. And then after we have all the grain ones, I suppose it's then on to bread, right? So we take that last one when we can afford it. We can afford it right now. Take that last one. So we've maxed out our grain farms as far as we can with technology. I should probably do the same with baking, right? So we should go all the way down to the end of the bakery. At which point we then transfer over into probably baker input 1. Wood of an excellence here. Reduce the inputs. I'm not sure if this is all the inputs or if it is just the wood input. Reduce inputs. Oh, and I can distribute more tools, so let's do that as well. Should see the bonus tick up over time, as it's the average of harvest over the last year. So within a year, it should really be showing the new stat. Well, actually, it shows the new stat here, just the... It obviously hasn't the average over the... So the estimated yield is going up work over work, because the new work is better than the old was predicted. Yeah, in theory, every farmer is making about 10 grain per workday. Almost 11 grain per workday. Which should be enough to feed 4 people on maximum food servings, so... And I do have my 100 knowledge, so we can grab Advanced Laboratory. Next question is, can I afford to upgrade the laboratories? That's a different thing. Oh, we need machinery, either imported or made. I'm not super rich, it probably wants to be made. Yeah, probably wants to be made. How much do I need across the 2 laboratories? Well, only like 200. It's not too bad. I did not save enough. I haven't unlocked mechanics yet. Okay. I don't necessarily have to unlock mechanics. I could import it, but it'd be expensive. So it's probably best if I, unlock mechanics, which is 50 more innovation. Maybe did that the wrong way around. Maybe I should have done unlocked the mechanics and then did the laboratory upgrade and not the laboratory upgrade, then the mechanics. More days out for harvest. Let's check up on you. You are happy, so on to the next spot. Oh, never mind. Don't do that. They've been taken over by someone else. In fact, go ahead and deploy over to those guys. Actually, go by the land route. I'm not sure if you're gonna move over into their territory, change the sea route. Come by land. So I'll take that one. I think that'll be the expansion for the moment. Okay, we're waiting for this happiness mouse to go away. A lot of the people will be a lot more happy when that 10% mouse goes away. And then I can try to fix the odd jobber shortage. Expecting a harvest of 80k. We've got enough storage for 80k. In fact, we've got enough storage for 100k. So I can sit out here and watch the army move around. Army is ready to cross the border, so let's have the army cross the border. I think this is going to end up siege. I don't think they're going to sally. So this should be a... Yep. So they're not sallying out, so we're just going to go lay siege. And we wait them out for starving. Expected harvest is still continuing to grow. Dear colleague, I am these guys. Perhaps you heard of me. Seen your struggles and hereby extend a helping hand. Okay. Presumably that means I now have a new neighbor. Let's open, if I can, trade relations with the new neighbor. A bit expensive. I don't want to be giving them territory. I don't give them territory. Yeah, give them spears. That works for me. Okay, so we should not be expecting to get any more innovation. I actually should be able to expect to get a little bit more knowledge. Although, getting enough knowledge to hit the next thing I would want, which is probably actually the tools here, it's probably a no-go. I think our schools are working. Workload may imply a little bit of like paper delivery issue. I'm not so sure about that. Or it's just not enough children. That might be it. Might not just have enough children coming in. Waiting for the siege. Waiting for that to go away. It's currently harvest season, so we're getting this year's harvest in right now. Yeah, they didn't necessarily have the most time for the new harvest effects to kick in on the existing year. We should be getting a rising, more accurate predictor going forward in the next year. Because it'll be applied for the entire year for the next year. I assume I am fully employing my bakeries. Yeah, it's like it. So my fields are going to require the second day to harvest, but that's fine. We got everyone training, so that's also good. Well, got the training units full. In theory, we're actually training faster in the training units, which would also be useful. That was the other thing I did, right, as we did the faster training. Round, speed. in theory, if I get the mechanics, I can even make it go even faster. Get all the way up to 280% speed. Again, and the better the guard is, the more guard power the same size of guard provides. Although I am thinking we probably still just need to get the guard to be bigger. Which means I need more odd jobbers freed up from other tasks. Apparently I could do with more daycares. Or better daycares. We were in the previous stream going around and doing improved daycares, and I haven't necessarily replaced all of them yet. Still have a lot of the old small ones that we already worked out we can make denser because we weren't running carpets at the time. You know, that's something I can work on while we're trying to... Well, we've just got the happiness malice to go away. So now the happiness malice has gone away while the city is getting over that. Let's improve our childcare system, maybe build some more hospitals. Want childcare to say take up that whole spot. Something like that gets rid of all the support problems, 100% support. I'm going to need some storage. And then obviously we'll just carpet up all the areas where people have to walk as a start. Again, this is a lot about squeezing as much in here as we can, and already the early sort of indications here is that we're getting much higher efficiency than we were before. This was 40, so it's a slightly smaller footprint, and it's already doing more than 40, so it's a big improvement. There we go. Oh, need to remember the children need ways to get in and out of their daycare. Gonna let that build. The other thing to potentially institute is improved healthcare, improved hospitals in particular. We do not have 100% on hospitals. They want another, let's say, 9 employees minimum. So let's just add 4 more hospitals if I can squeeze them in reasonable places. Put another hospital next to the existing hospitals. Just adding another ward to the hospital ward, yeah. We already have a physician there, so adding another hospital would not be a terrible addition, I suppose. Again, we already got a hospital ward up here. Maybe across the road, I don't really want one, so run those. Once all those are done, we should have 100% service. The other thing to do to work through the sick a little bit faster is let's start using... Oh, is it the whole industry that goes fabric? Click 1, it's all fabric? Okay, let's do that. Let's start distributing fabric in our hospitals. It should make them a little faster at treating the sick. Even though technically I think that would be a little bit faster for treating the wounded, but same sort of concept. Or 1,380. So we're looking at a next harvest. We're going to want more grain storage. Before that becomes a immediate problem, let's start trying to get more storage in. That might be the accurate predictor for next year, but I'm not 100% sure. That might still continue to trend up. But either way, that's still a few more storages worth of food storage, grain storage. Knowledge. Odd job shortage is declining. That's good to see. Okay, at the point we're going to do a little bit more training. Next unit. Again, in the quest to improve guard power. Daycare's not done yet. Although it's pretty close to done. Everything's delivered, there's gotta do the assembly. Recovery rate by 75%. Would be even better if we did opiates, but then I'd have to probably import opiates. We're really in the wrong climate for opiates. Okay, that daycare is done. Once again, we are going to disassemble daycare and build a new daycare in its spot. Theory, I should just, now that I've got to delete that, I should just be able to do a copy paste over the top like this, and I can be designing it while disassembling the old one. Okay, so that would be adequate support. I think we can just carve it over everything. There, 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 there. Okay, that should work. Another 70. Basically replaced a place that held 40 with 76. So big, massive improvement to the previous building. And that should work. Where caretaker short? Did they not hire up or did they not finish building? That's the question. Did not finish building it. You're still being built. Although everything's basically delivered at this point, so it should build pretty quickly. Confused if they're rebuilding the building or rebuilding the building. It's a very holy building from where it was before, yeah. Oh, they're not rebuilding the exterior wall where the exterior wall was, and so we assign those walls. That'll work easy enough. And then you finished. So did we get up to 100% on 104% hospitals? Good to see. The count is falling. Service need for hospitals fulfilled. How's the siege going? Siege is, in theory, done already. Yeah. What about this massive educational facility down here? Tear that up, replace that with a better, more denser daycare. Anyway, trying to improve daycare, improve capacity right now. That's one way to continue growing, is to keep the children alive. Oh, I could just use more graveyards as well. Tills, that's not too bad to put it on top of. This is a desire path through there, so probably worth putting at least the dirt road in. little bit more graveyard should help with the graveyard opinion. Yeah, definitely seeing that we're having issues trying to get the grain into the warehouses. Used warehouses properly set to transport, yeah. Theory I'm running negative on leather, which isn't great. To improve happiness, I'm tempted to just raise food amounts. You know what, let's just bite the bullet and do that. Another half a food serving. And also help with health. Which is one of the big things we're struggling with. We could probably do with more access to physicians as well. Improve this daycare facility next. I'm not gonna have enough support with this, am I? Oh, maybe. No. No, I'm not. Those ones are gonna be the issue. Okay. Those middle ones that are going to be the issue, so I need to probably rotate them. Let's start with a rotate. Yeah, that'll work if I do the rotate. At least I think it will. Well, test out a moment. Trial and error is how I learn this game. Not getting the penetration I want. try the spacing a little bit differently. So 3, I can put some in the middle. Okay. Okay, so with that, I have all the sports sorted. No effect from the sports, right? 100% sport, yeah. Let's start off with a little bit of carpets. Let's put carpets wherever I'm necessarily need them. My walkways and the areas where people gotta stand are standard places to start. We are going to have quite a few children. So this is, again, this is a facility that is replacing, in this case, actually 120 capacity. So we're already showing that we get much higher density in here than what it had originally, using the windows of carpeting. Storage in here before we run out of storage space. work? That'll work. Percent efficiency. 238 worker or 238 children can be housed in a facility that previously housed, but only 120. Money is coming in. Knowledge is sitting at 34. Can I expect it to go up another 6? That would be convenient if I could. Well, actually, I can probably expect it to go up another 6. I just would have to wait necessarily for education, which that might be a little bit of a wait. Oh, yeah, I could probably expect to go up by at least 6. Okay, so I just need to be patient. If I can get it up going up by 6, I can do the tools. If I do tools in the laboratory, I'll get enough innovation that I can do the mechanics. If I do the mechanics, I can get the mechanics in to do the upgrade on the laboratory, so I can do the upgrade on the farms. So I can do make more bread, so I can distribute more bread, so I can grow the city bigger by making people happier. Object shortage is shrinking. We're down to less than a negative 100. Distributing more food does provide more health. Just need more than that, to be fair. I'd like to be over 1. We're actually under 1. $39. Give it a couple more days and we'll have 40 and I can do the tools and distribute the tools. Oh, I'm not making enough tools anymore to be net positive on tools. Maintenance and equipment. Okay. Small little tool shop I have is too small, apparently. Odd job shortage went up. Presumably something's hiring more. Probably the warehouses. Warehouses probably caught up and then fell behind. Glory to Arthuri, Sorax, Ray. They've got 330 soldiers. We outnumber them 4-1. If I outnumber them 4-1, I'm not paying up. I think we can get them to surrender on the field of battle, and they can become my prisoners. the next smithy done, then I'll rest with some more tools. I probably fit 40, but yes, I have fit 40. So, activate laboratory tools, and then go find one of the laboratories so we can tell the tool level to go up again, which will give us more space in our target. Raising the additive bonus from tools from 0.25 to 0.5. Almost done. There we go. Plenty of toys and knickknacks for hundreds of children to use. An outbreak of the river runs right after I finish the new daycare. And sick people numbers won't go to the moon. We'll finish this episode off with a battle. To be rich is to be content with what one has, says the burned preacher. So, their small army. They do have a batch of mounted guys, but it's mostly spearmen. Well-equipped spearmen, don't get me wrong. Yeah, mostly in defensive equipment, and we just have raw numbers. Although our guys actually equipped for battle are quite well equipped in weaponry. So that is my main battle line. I'll position the archers behind in the middle. And that's roughly my formation for the start here. Oh, actually, we've got them in the range of fire with our archers here, so we'll just let them come to us for the moment here. Achas, please focus the cavalry. If you don't have shields, you should be the most effective against those targets. Plunk, 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 plunk. Next volley out. See casualties amongst their cavalry. Oh, no casualties. This guy's been demounted by the incoming hail of arrow fire. This would have to be terrifying if you're one of the guys in the poor middle here. Flanks compromised, outnumbered, pretty much encircled. Now we see whose morale breaks first. Us encircling the enemy, or the enemy being encircled by us. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen taking casualties. I think compromised numbers. The Immortals. And the Force of Astari. I'm a little worried that we've lost one of our units. Okay, we got one of their major units to break. There goes the cavalry. Here we go. So we lost 2 of our units. So we paid 320 men of the garrison to defeat 330 of the raiders. Enemy is beaten. Rejoice. Spoils from the battlefield will soon arrive. Do you wish to accept the captives, or should we release them? We will accept the captives. It does appear to be all humans, so I might actually just pardon them all. Once grinning, Alice lies dead at your feet, O mighty one. This will surely send a powerful message to all of 6. In addition, her personal treasury has been found, looted by our men. A total of 1.3... almost 1.4 million denarii was found and has been transported to our treasury. Here comes our captives. For the merchant, no, I'm not going to buy suspicious leather. Out on the map, let's get you moving to the next place to siege. Yeah, we got 170 captives. We will go ahead and pardon all the captives. So now I have thousands of short unemployment. Okay. Although I think everyone's reasonably loyal / happy. They're having casualties, right? Although that might be... I have like a bonus for emergency or something. Do you have a bonus for emergency? So I shouldn't get too invested in using that to grow, I suppose. still. I think bringing in... you know what? I'll leave this to the next part. This is a good place for a bar break. In the next one, I think I might try to bring in some... effectively buy some captives off of the neighbors. And liberate them into the city to deal with the odd jobber shortage. People may not willingly migrate, but people, if they are freed into the city, being told, we paid for your release, don't be a criminal, might work. We'll see. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. Again, the goal today is to get up to Asta, which means I need to get the population up to 8,000 and keep the loyalty at 100, the loyalty and the submission at 100%. So I can't just take everyone in and think that will be good without doing other stuff to go along with it. I did save up enough. I'll also be doing the mechanics in the beginning of the next one. Here's the mechanics. Mechanics. There we go. Now we can improve the laboratory, and by improving the laboratory, we can do more baking. So, until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.